Alright, welcome to part 2 of the 6x6 tutorial. At this point you should have your black and your yellow 4x4 centers completed and directly opposite each other. I'm going to be placing them on the left and the right sides of the cube so that we don't break them up when we're placing the remaining 4 centers. The next 2 centers we will place will be adjacent or directly next to each other. For demonstration, I will place the red and the blue center. However, you can place other colors as long as you place them in the proper orientation. A good way to determine what the proper orientation is to look at the corners of the cube. As you'll see, if black goes here, then blue must go here and red must go here. So red, black, and blue are always in a clockwise orientation. You can also do the blue, orange, and yellow center orientation. This is known as the boy orientation. These moves to create centers should be more familiar to you now. As you continue solving the centers, you'll notice that the centerpieces will begin to group together more. I'd like to spend more time on the last 2 centers, which are trickier to place, so I'm going to go a little faster when placing the red and the blue centers. Since we already have 3 pieces here, let's continue to solve the red center next. It can go in any position that we like. Okay, so what we could do is bring this piece down. Now we have one 1x4 block. Okay, we could bring this piece up so that it's on the same layer as this one. When we do that, we're going to disrupt this. So up, flip it vertical, and bring it back down. Now all we need to do is to get a piece there, bring it up, flip it vertical, and then bring that layer back. Now we could join this piece to that piece by flipping them both vertical. Okay, so we have 2 pieces here, so we'll put them horizontal, get this piece down, flip it down, flip that vertical, and then flip it back. Put this horizontal, and we can get this piece over there. Flip it down, vertical, and put this back. Now, we could bring this 1x4 block next to these 2. So we flip these 2 around, and then we flip this all the way around to join it to those 2. Now we just need one more. Okay, so we have these 2 pieces here, and we also have those 2 pieces here. So what we can do is we could bring these 2 pieces down to that face, flip them that way, and then bring it back. Now we'll put these 2 on the bottom and flip this one up. Flip it vertical, and then flip that layer back. Put this back horizontal, put this piece down there, bring 3, bring back 2, put this vertical, and then bring that layer back. Now we created our last 1x4 block, and we just put it around, and we have completed the red center. Alright, so now that we have the red center complete, we need to place the blue center next to it. If you remember me explaining, the red, the black, and the blue are in a clockwise orientation. If you look at the corner piece here, the black is matched, the red is matched, the blue must be placed here. Alright, so let's go on to place the blue. We have 3 pieces here. Join this piece up, flip it up, vertical, down. Look again, we have 3 pieces here. So bring this piece, flip it up, vertical, and flip that layer back. Now we could join this piece to this piece. Kick it out, turn it twice, bring it back. Okay, so we have 2 pieces here, and we have 2 pieces here. So we could bring both of these up, turn this vertical, bring this one down, and then bring this one down. Now we could join this piece up to these 2. So we turn it around 180 degrees. Remember, this messes up the red, so we turn this twice, and then turn it around twice again. Now we just need one more center. So we have these 2 pieces and these 2 pieces. Okay, so let's bring these 2 pieces off of this face so we could work with it. Flip it around twice, and then bring that back. Okay, so now we need to place these 2 pieces in these spots. So we could bring this one down, flip this vertical, and then bring this back. Now this piece needs to go here, so we'll bring it off of that face, put it up there, bring this down, flip this vertical, and then bring that face back so that we reform the red center. Alright, so now we just need to get this onto the blue side. So we twist this around. Now we have to kick out this end spot. So we twist it around, turn the top twice, and then flip this around twice. So now if you take a look, the red, the black, and the blue should be in a clockwise orientation. At this point, you should have 4 centers completely solved and properly oriented. So just double check to make sure that opposite of black you have yellow, and the red, black, and blue centers are in a clockwise orientation. If your centers are not properly oriented, you must fix them first before continuing. To place the remaining 2 centers, which in my case are the green and the orange centers, we're going to be using similar moves. However, I'm also going to teach you a helpful algorithm which can be used at any time to switch identical centerpieces. What we're going to do first is to focus on solving one center and try to get as many pieces onto their proper side as possible. This is because if we solve one center, then the other center will be solved as well. So we must determine where the last 2 centers will go. So opposite of red needs to go orange, and opposite of blue needs to go green. So this is going to be the green, and this is going to be the orange center. Alright, so we know that this is going to be the orange side and this is going to be the green side. Knowing that, let's take a look and see what we have. Do we have any 1x4 blocks already solved for us? In my case, I don't have any 1x4 blocks, but you may. If you do, that's the center you're going to want to try to solve. Okay, so let's take a look at what I have. I have 3 pieces here. So I'm going to try to solve the orange center. So what I want to do is, I have a corner piece here. I could bring it up to join with these 3. So when I bring it up, I'll bring this vertical, and then I'll bring this back down. Now what that has done is it actually created another 1x4 block. So let me bring this 1x4 block next to this one, since this is going to be the orange side. So I'll flip this vertical. I'm going to kick this out, turn the top twice, and bring this back. Alright, so now what you see is that I have 2 pieces here, I have 3 here, and I have 3 here also if you look at it like that. So what you can do now, if you're confused and you don't know what to join together, what you could do is take what you have already and try to just put it onto the proper side. So we know that this is going to be the orange side. I have 3 pieces here. Now I might not be able to get another piece there, but what I could do is I could kick out this piece, and that way I'll bring this back onto the green side. So what you do is you turn this around. I'm going to kick out this piece. So I'll kick that out, turn the top around twice, and then bring this back. So now we have just added this onto this orange side. Alright, so now what we could do, you really can't join this piece up to anything very well. It's not going to form any 1x4 block. But what you could do is you'll see that you already have 3. So what you can do is you can also kick out the end piece here. That way we can bring these 3 green pieces onto the green side. So what you do is you turn this vertical, and then I want to kick out this end piece. So I'll turn the end so that it's aligned with this one, and then I'll bring this up, turn the top twice, and then bring this down. So now you'll see I only have 2 center pieces left. So what you want to first do is basically just try to create those 1x4 blocks. If you can't create any more, just start kicking out pieces which have less than the ones that you're kicking it out with. That way you can bring as many pieces onto the proper side as possible. Then you can go on to learn the algorithm, which I'm going to teach you now. Alright, so what you should have done at this point is place as many center pieces onto their proper side as possible. The move I'm about to show you will switch any identical center pieces. Because this move may involve different layers, I found it easier to remember it as a sentence. The sentence is down, over, up, over. It's really not that hard to memorize. However, write it down, and I'm going to explain exactly what it means now. What you want to do is put the 2 pieces you want to switch in the same relative position. So I have a right edge centerpiece here, and I have another right edge centerpiece here. This orange one needs to go here, and the green one needs to go here. So I prefer to put the pieces in the upper left of the 4x4 center. So you're both in the upper left. Then what you do is you bring the top one down to kick out the one on the front. So this goes down, just that one piece. Now you'll see this piece is here. We bring it over by turning this face clockwise. So down and then over. Now the piece is on the right layer here. So this face goes down, and then we bring this face over, or counterclockwise this time. Now we bring this layer, which we initially brought down, we bring it up. So this goes up, and then we bring this face again over, or clockwise. And now this layer goes up, and we have basically switched them, but we have to also turn this face over counterclockwise to bring it back the way it was initially. Alright, so that switched those two pieces. To switch these two pieces, we can get them in the upper left. So I'll put that in the upper left and put this one in the same relative position. Then to switch it, remember it's down, over, up, over, up, over. So down. Now this piece goes over. Now it's on this layer. So this layer goes down. And then this goes over, or counterclockwise. Now this face, which we initially brought down, goes up. And now this face goes over, or clockwise. Now this face goes up. And you would turn it over if you were switching more pieces, but as you'll see, we have completed the last two centers. So, write that algorithm down and it should help you switch any two centers that you need to switch.